Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this too. We were talking about how you don't partner with everybody in terms of a business, right?
Right.
Because of you need shared liability. So let's just say, for instance, I got this great idea. I have a great idea, and I'm like, "Yo, Mel, let's do this business together, okay? You put up the money, I do all the work." But you're not interested in those type of relationships.
First of all, that's not happening. Those don't come out. No, those don't come on my desk.
No?
No.
I think it would. I mean, if I just had ambition and a great idea and all I needed was money, I'd be inclined to say, "Yo, Mel, I got this good idea. Let's work. All I need is money." You wouldn't?
I'm going to be inclined to say no.
Why?
Because there's a million great ideas out there, but there's not a whole lot of people who are willing to put up money. So money, you have to hold your money tight, man, because too many people are frivolous with their money, and they make those mistakes of, when the person says, "I have the idea," and you put up all the money, it's easy for you to walk away when it doesn't work. I need to have something here. If you get into a marriage, right? There's no kids involved, and you didn't bring nothing. If it was all her stuff, and you just bought your bag and your 10 pairs of shoes, it's easy for you to leave. You know what I'm saying? But when there's a kid involved, it's hard to leave. When you bought half of this, it's hard to leave. So you got to be invested. You got to be invested in this relationship, whether it's in a personal relationship or whether it's in a business relationship. So I have to feel like if this thing starts sinking, you're the captain and you're going to stay on the boat. So I have the great idea and you put up all the money.
Okay, so let's do it this way. Let's say I got 10,000. I need another 10,000 for this great idea, but this is my last 10,000. But I'll put it up. I'll put up 10,000. You put up 10,000. We do this idea. Are you willing to partner?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. When somebody's willing to bet on themselves and do the ultimate gamble, this is all I have. Man, I got that 10,000. I got another $20,000, $30,000 if we need it. Right? So you don't have to worry about anything like that. And I'm gonna make sure that you eating. So because it could get rough for a little while, but I'll make sure that you eat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was one point you made earlier about sometimes that gets sketchy because if something goes wrong in the business, who do they come after?
Yeah, so a lot of times when people come at me for an investment, one of the questions I ask is who else is investing in this company? And the reason being is because I need to know, are there any other deep pockets in that investment? Because I need somebody to share the lawsuit with, right? So
You're thinking like, lawsuit first, like.
Always think lawsuit first. If I get married, I think divorce first. I gotta think divorce first because there's so many people who get into divorce. So I'd be crazy to go into a marriage thinking it's gonna last forever and get a prenup. Ask the owner of Amazon how that works.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And so
forever.
Yeah, so you have to go in it with that, and then you reverse engineer it, and then you do everything you can to make sure that it doesn't end up that way.
Gotcha. So you need to know who else is in this business project.
I need to know who else is in a business with deep pockets because I need somebody to share the liability in case it happens. So even on the Shark Tank, somebody could be asking for $1 million or $100,000, and one shark would say, "If you can get another shark in, I'm in." He's not doing that solely because, hey, I can't do this by myself, and you bring something else to the table. He's looking at it like this could end up in a lawsuit. And if you get another shark in, at least Mark Cuban or Damon's going to share in the liability, and then I'm in. Otherwise, they're just going to come after me. And so when you hear this all the time from entrepreneurs, is I tend to invest with somebody else, or I'll go get somebody else and invest. They're not doing it because they don't have the money.
Wow.
They're doing it because they don't want all the liability. So sometimes you wait to see who's investing before you actually jump in.
Dang, I never thought about that like that.
Or I'll go get somebody and say, "Hey, man, you want to do this with me, man? I think it's a great idea." And we're gonna, "Well, why you want to do that, man? I think this can work and this can work."
So it ain't that you don't have all the money. You just need somebody else
to share the liability.
Because if, let's just say Joe is the idealist, the entrepreneur, just great idea, he ain't got no money. When that product affects somebody, they're going after the person who
the deepest pockets. Yeah, always. Because you would be a fool not to.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can get more in punitive damages by the capacity of the
She got more
person's
capacity.
income, or not even just his income, but his net worth. So you would be crazy not to go after the person with the most money. Like, hey man, this person has $30,000, right? And he's willing to give it all to you. And this person has $150 million, and he's willing to give it all to you. Who are you gonna go to?
150.
It's the same concept when it comes to a lawsuit. It's like whoever has the most money, I can get the most from.
All right. So last thing, I want to talk about. Obviously, it was a friend of yours, or you had a really close association with Kobe Bryant, and we got into a really interesting conversation about what happens now. So I saw Vanessa Bryant. She posted. Well, no. It was the Shade Room. They posted Vanessa Bryant is suing the pilot or the airplane company that hired the pilot or whatever. And I saw a lot of comments that are saying, all right, Vanessa, you're being insensitive. Like that person lost their life too. So that person has a family and they lost that person. So why are you suing the pilot for negligence?
Right.
And so what is your take on that?
So first of all, how I come into the picture with Kobe Bryant is my buddy Big Chuck introduced him to Vanessa at one of the I think it was Snoop's. It's either Snoop's or Dog Pound or somebody's music video. And then we were actually getting ready to have a meeting with him and his team as far as investing in SchollyMe. So, but what happens is when you have Vanessa, who's coming into Kobe Bryant's estate, all of his earnings and all of his investments, everything's going to go to her. She's going to become a target now. And so the families have lost husbands, they've lost fathers, they lost brothers. And most of the times, there's plenty of attorneys out there that just can't wait to get to the family to say, you need to be compensated for your loss, right? And how are we going to get compensated for your loss is through Kobe Bryant's estate. And it's not nothing that you're doing wrong. You deserve to be compensated. Look what you lost. So they make the family feel kind of bad about it. And then they talk sense into them as well. Like, yeah, you're right. My mom is gone, my father's gone and stuff. And then somebody should pay. Well, they're going to tell them, well, don't go after the pilot.
Why wouldn't they sue? It was the pilots. Kobe didn't do nothing. He was on the plane with them.
The problem is it was Kobe's plane and it was Kobe's pilot. And once you can prove negligence, then it becomes Kobe's problem. So if they can prove that the pilot was negligent at all, like he shouldn't have been flying, or he wasn't paying attention, or he drove into the hilltop, then that's negligence. And then they can sue Kobe Bryant's estate and they can sue Vanessa.
Do you think they're going to?
I think they're absolutely going to sue her. She sued the pilot for wrongful death.
So do you think that was a chess move on Vanessa's?
I don't want to be insensitive to her loss, to her husband and her daughter, but she has really good attorneys. I'll tell you that. And she had really good attorneys, and they went after a wrongful death lawsuit against the pilot, and she was the first one out there, and it became very public. So she's letting everybody know that she's a victim too.
Right. So she's not trying to sue the pilot to get no money. She doesn't need money from the pilot.
Yeah, she doesn't need money from the pilot. But she's about to be sued herself. But she's a victim. And then she's actually trying to do some things to help the victims get some money. But at the end of the day, when you get attorneys involved, all they care about, for the majority part, and I shouldn't say that because I have a few attorneys, but they care about a commission.
You know the game, yeah.
Yeah, they care about the commission, right? And they want to go to court. Or they want you to settle. So I would anticipate some of these families start filing lawsuits against Vanessa pretty quickly here. They probably wanted to wait until the memorial happened because Kobe was very loved by a lot of people. And had they done that at the wrong time, it may have been a problem for them. But now that they've had the memorial, it would be very curious to see how long it takes for the first, the second, and the third lawsuit to happen.
But they're coming.
They're coming. Yeah. Would you lose your mom and dad in a helicopter accident? And Vanessa basically said it was negligence because she's suing them for wrongful death.
Right.
And so would you sit there and be like, well, I got moms and dad $700,000 life insurance policy. I'm good.
Mhm.
Or do you look at $1 billion over there and say, well, I can get a little bit of that. I can use a little bit of that for the next few years or
Mm.
whatever the case is. It's punitive damages as well,
Dang.
They're hurting. So they're going to need to make Vanessa hurt.
But they got money already. Like even the people that was on the plane, they got money.
Well, the attorneys get involved. It doesn't matter what you have. The attorneys get involved and they want to get something as well. And then they have a legitimate claim.
Mm.
Yeah. So are they going, because they have money, are they going to leave money on the table? Vanessa's got money already.
Mhm.
She just filed a lawsuit.
Right.
And she don't need the money.
Right. But some probably an advisor said you might want to go ahead and
Her attorneys definitely
just make
said
the
that.
first step.
Yeah, her attorneys definitely said that. It was good for publicity wise.
Right.
And I don't want to
Because if it goes second too, like say I sued first and then she sued the pilot, it would make it seem like it's reactionary because I tried to sue her. Like if somebody from the family said, okay, I'm going to sue the Bryant estate. If she did it second and say, okay, no, I'm about to sue the pilot, then it just looks like a reactionary thing or like I'm trying to get the heat off of me.
Yeah, so when you have attorneys, man, they just want to be proactive because if they know that lawsuits are coming, they just want to be proactive.
Dang.
And they would say, hey, listen, you better get ahead of this thing and you better file a lawsuit against the pilot. And I don't know any of this to be true because obviously I haven't talked to anybody in her camp. I'm just saying on the outside looking in, I had already been telling people that she's going to have to file a lawsuit against the pilot in order for her to get some of the heat off, right? Because the heat is coming hot. And she was going to have to, and about a week later, it comes out that she ended up filing a lawsuit.
Dang.
But she had to do that. I mean, she absolutely had to do that.
Here's the crazy thing. Were y'all thinking about any of that? Right? I think at a different level, like you automatically think of, wow, these are some of the ramifications that could happen. Or when somebody comes into money, there's certain things you just got to watch out for that the common public just isn't even thinking about.
Yeah. You just become a target, and she's becoming a target, man. And especially when you live in today's age where everybody wants to file a lawsuit, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. There's a lot of attorneys in business because of frivolous lawsuits.
Yeah.
And not saying that these are any of these are frivolous lawsuits. And again, I don't have the inside scoop from anybody in the family at all whatsoever, or around it. But it's just me, my own personal views, looking at it and saying this is what would possibly happen. Now, one of the things have already played out, as I was saying, with her filing the lawsuit. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens with the families.
Dang, these are some of the conversations that's probably going on at rich tables, like right now. We talking about like, yo, I got to get the Kobe jersey. I tried to get the jersey online, but
is that right?
I couldn't get it.
Yeah, nah, man, they sold out everything.
Yeah, it's different. You got one.
I got number 8. Yeah.
Oh, did you try to get another one?
No. Oh, I didn't try to get one.
Oh, you already had one.
I already had one.
Oh, got you. Yo, do you like any other problems that you see like with the success? Because like I was saying earlier, the phrase "more money, more problems," it just started to make sense when we were having this conversation earlier.
It's just you have to understand that you're a target. Anybody with anything nice, if you have a nice car, you better not bump into nobody. You're a target. If you have a nice house, you better not have somebody spend a night for 2 weeks because they're not leaving and you're gonna have to get them evicted to leave now.
Anybody with anything nice becomes a target.
It becomes a nicer target. And so the nicer your material things, the bigger the target you are. And they don't care that you're trying to do anything good with what you have. Like when me and B was having a conversation, he's like, Mel, so what's next for you? And I was like, yo, I'm doing this solar deal with this company out in Arizona called Direct Solar of America. And hopefully we'll probably do $100 million through the deal within the next 12 months.
What kind of deal is this?
It's a pretty big deal.
Is there anything I can do? Can I get down? Can I do some marketing or something?
Man,
No,
it's just a really big deal where they're going around and they're donating.
The so that could have really big deal. Ain't nothing you can do right now, brother. No, I'm saying, all right. So how'd y'all? So what kind of deal is that?
It's a really big deal where they're actually donating solars to high schools, public high schools.
Mhm.
So the high school don't actually own the solar panels, but they benefit from the solar panels.
You already doing that though, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Oh, so you're working on, there's another level of this relationship that y'all are about to go into?
No, we just launched it nationally.
Oh, so when you were telling me about it like a few months ago, it was like,
started.
Gotcha.
I had just signed the contracts and things of that nature. Well, now we're rolling it out.
Gotcha.
So we're actually rolling it out. So it's actually
well, actually, good. I can be a part of that deal a little bit if I find schools and stuff. Remember you told me?
Yeah. If you find schools.
So listen, if you're watching this or listening to this, and you know of a high school that needs a solar panel,
I need solar panels.
Or
saves them a lot of money. Athletes,
don't call Melvin. Call me first. Call me first so I can bring it to that's awesome what y'all doing now.
But the thing about it is the next level, man, I told him, man, is the give back. You know, it's not to see how much you can die with. Look at Steve Jobs, right? Die very wealthy and rich. And Bill Gates and Warren Buffett will do the same thing. But I don't mind dying broke. I don't mind being broke. I don't mind waiting for billions to come. Because I'm good eating a hot link sandwich and just calling it day. I had a beautiful salad today, though. I got to tell you that.
Right.
And I don't even eat avocados. I don't mess with avocados. But she did such a good job on that salad. I was not going to let her down. I didn't eat all of the avocados, but I had to show her I made an attempt. I was not going to eat them avocados on that thing. Anybody who knows me, I just started eating guacamole like last year.
Really?
Yeah. So I saw the avocados. I was like, whoa, I didn't know you were putting that on there. I would have told you. But I'm not finna disrespect you in your own crib. Right? No doubt. And the chef was beautiful too. Gotcha. So I had to make sure that I at least attempted. So I'm good doing whatever.
Hit that one real quick. Bow. Okay, go ahead.
But she was beautiful.
Right. Double down on that part.
Yeah, she's beautiful. And she's got a mean shoe game. Mean shoe game. So that kind of messes me up a little bit.
Right.
So if my people was here right now, they'd be like, cut. You're out of here. Mel, can I holler at you for a second?
Right.
I'd be like, what I do? Right. Let me just holler at you something. Let me blow in your ear a little bit. But so my thing is we have to amass, we have to get money, currency, so that we can spread more currency, spread more love, spread more money around, and spread knowledge. And I think that's what we don't do enough of, and that's what we have to do, man, is you got to find people that have talent but don't have opportunity, and use your platform, use your wealth to give people opportunity, and then to help people out of situations.
But still be cautious at the same time.
Yeah, because I was
talking about earlier.
You know, like we were saying, is I was homeless before. Yeah, I was rich, and then I was homeless. And then I got back up. But when I was homeless, you know, I was still the same guy that I am now. I was just in a messed up situation. Well, how many homeless people do you see that are sleeping in their car? And I'm not talking about those ones that are
next Melvin Nunnery.
Or you know what I mean? Like they have brilliant ideas and they just need an opportunity or something, or they just need time. See, because time is the best currency that you have because it runs out faster than anything. And you can lose love and get it back. You can lose money and get it back. You can lose compassion or any of this stuff and get it back, but you can't lose time and get it back. Right? So time is the number one commodity that we have and the number one currency that we have that we don't take full advantage of. And sometimes it just takes that person and that car time to get out of the situation. The problem is when you're going through it, it doesn't seem like it's ever going to get better. Because tonight I'm sleeping in my car again. And tomorrow I see myself sleeping in this car.
Right.
And next week I see myself sleeping in this car. But you don't know when opportunity knocks on your door and then you're able to get out of that car. You just got to stay the course, man. I said people fail a lot, right? And people always say, man, why am I failing so much? Why am I failing? All the time it seems like I'm failing. Because you're quitting. See, because if you don't quit, you can't fail. It gets too hard And you associate that with, I couldn't do it, didn't fail. Like you were saying today, I was watching one of your posts. You said, hey man, if the work starts after I get the no. See, I tell people that's when I put on my hard hat and my shoes, my boots. Because I'm going to work right now. A girl can tell me no, she got to tell me 5 times.
Right.
She got to tell me 5 times.
Right.
Right? Because I'm going to hit you with this way, and then tomorrow I'm going to hit you with a different angle. Oh, you no to that too? Okay. Right. Then I'm going to hit you with another angle.
Yeah.
You know, but when you get to the 5 times, I think you're pretty serious.
Oh, for sure. But I'm sure you've been able to, and not just in relationship, but business and all that, you've been able to convert after that third no. Whereas if you'd have just walked away the first time, you'd have never got it.
Yeah, because no doesn't really mean the same thing that it means to somebody else. Like Keenan Ivory Wayans used to say, no means not right now. Right? When I get no, you know, I have to look at myself like I didn't convince them. So I messed up.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't get it.
Right.
I messed up. So I have to do a better job of convincing him. So the next time I come back, I'm going to be better. And then my pitch is going to be better. And then I come back and pitch it. And then he can say no. And I can say, ooh, shoot, he was close.
Right.
And that's all I need to go back and to redo it and get ready for him again. Because I just don't feel like a person says no because they don't want to do it. I think a person says no because you haven't convinced them to do it. That's the difference.